Hey, it's that time again. We're doing Miss Jones's story time, and I'm so excited to be sharing these stories with you guys. With everything that's going on, I still wanted you guys to have something, a resource to read and kind of keep up with your skill sets with different things for ELA and even in writing, because we use writing for everything. So we're reading Amelia Bedelia means business. And try to remember the voices that I did. We're on chapter 5, guys. And that's our picture for chapter 5. That was the picture for chapter 4, the end of it. The customer's always right. And then we have her up here. And she's got her waitress outfit on. And in that outfit, she's got a slice of cake in one hand and a slice of pie in the other hand. Um, it's so funny because to me it looks like an old nurse's uniform. You guys have no idea what I'm talking about. Your parents probably do, but I feel like all she needs is a stethoscope right there. Anyway, so I'm gonna read. When right was wrong, Amelia Bedelia went right to work. She did all the little things that Doris usually did, but didn't have time to do on such a busy day. Amelia Bedelia refilled the ketchup bottles, poured some more salt and pepper into the shakers, folded napkins, and got more sugar and sweetener packets. Most of all, she had fun. This is what we're looking at now. Okay. So there she is, and she's looking out, and she sees some friends. That's what it looks like here, guys. She's, she looks like she's hiding too. That's very different. Then the unthinkable happened. Suzanne, Suzanne and three girls from Amelia Bedelia's class walked through the door. Amelia Bedelia sank down behind the counter like the Titanic. Ask your parents about the Titanic. You guys can look that up. What should she do? She was excited to tell them about her new job, but she also felt super embarrassed in her waitress uniform. Amelia Bedelia inched up to take a peek. The girls had chosen a booth where they couldn't see her. Phew. Now, if she just stayed out of sight, stayed quiet. Amelia Bedelia! Yeah! Amelia Bedelia nearly jumped out of her skin. Luckily, it was only Doris. Calm down, honey, Doris said. Your mom was right. You are a good worker. Here's a treat. You deserve it. She handed Amelia Bedelia a strawberry milkshake in a tall, frosty glass. Thanks, Doris, said Amelia Bedelia. As she took her first sip, a big man walked in and sat down at the counter. He was wearing a bright orange baseball cap and a patch on his shirt that said Mike. Amelia Bedelia offered him a menu. No thanks, he said. I know what I want. Good, said Doris. That's as easy as pie. And I'm in a big hurry, he added. My truck's still running. No problem, said Doris. At Pete's Diner, fast service is a piece of cake. I'm sure glad to hear that, he said. Please bring me a big piece of cherry pie. Doris turned to Amelia Bedelia and said, This is a simple one. You can fill his order while I go talk to the cook. I'll be back in a few. Amelia Bedelia smiled and nodded to the man. Then she went to the dessert case. So now you see the sign. You see that says Mike. There is the piece of pie. And there's Amelia Bedelia. What does she look like she's trying to do? Because there's a piece of cake here and there's a piece of pie there. And her face, she kind of looks confused. Like she doesn't know what she's supposed to be doing right now. But Doris told her that she could fill the man's order because it was really easy. Or it was a piece of cake. As she stood there gazing at all of the yummy desserts, she realized that she had completely forgotten what the man had ordered. She turned her brain inside out. Was it easiest pie or was it a piece of cake? You don't have to frost a pie. That's easier. But you don't have to roll out dough for a cake. Then again, hello there, Mike called. Did you forget me? I'm really in a hurry. Fast, said Amelia Bedelia to herself. That's a piece of cake. That's it. She brought him a piece of cake. Do you remember what he ordered? Let's go back. He said he wanted, please bring me a big piece of cherry pie. And she just brought him cake. That's going to be interesting. Let's see how he responds. Cake, he said. I ordered pie. Sorry, said Amelia Bedelia. I'm just learning. I can tell, said Mike. And I'm late. Just bring me a piece of cherry pie and step on it. Amelia Bedelia dashed off to get his pie. But now she was more confused than ever. Why did he want her to step on it? She remembered Pete's rule. The customer is always right. She dashed back to Mike and put his pie on the counter. At last, he said, sighing happily. As he lifted his fork to take the first bite, Amelia Bedelia climbed on the counter. What are you doing? Asked Mike. Hey, get off that counter. Just then, he came out of the kitchen. What's all the commotion? He asked. Amelia Bedelia, what are you? So this one doesn't have any cute little notes or pictures or anything like that for us to look at. But let's see what the next page has. What do you think she's doing? Well, let's see what she does. Amelia Bedelia raised her foot and stepped on that tasty slice of pie with all her might. Gooey cherry pie filling spurted all over the counter, all over Mike, and all over Pete. Mike leapt to his feet. That's it, he yelled. I'm out of here. Wait, Pete called. He got an entire cherry pie from the dessert case and raced out to the parking lot after him. By the time Pete came back in, Doris had returned and she and Amelia Bedelia had wiped off the counter. Amelia Bedelia felt awful. It didn't help that she could hear giggles from a certain booth. She'd recognize Suzanne's laugh anywhere. I'm sorry about the mess on your apron, Amelia Bedelia said to Pete. Pete looked at his apron, then he said, At least it matches that ketchup stain. Doris laughed. Amelia Bedelia smiled. Pete sighed, and he shook his head. I don't know what to say, Amelia Bedelia, except that I have to let you go. Go where? asked Amelia Bedelia. Look at our little picture down here. That's our diner. And there's Amelia Bedelia. She's outside. There's a tree. And you get a sneak peek of our next chapter. I'm not going to read that one right now, but you'll see it soon. Go home, said Pete. I'm sorry. I'm sorry too, said Amelia Bedelia. I wanted to see those ropes and cut some mustard, and I really wanted a big tip. I've got a tip for you, said Pete. You should get an office job. I don't think the world is ready for you to be a waitress. Doris helped Amelia Bedelia out of her uniform. Then she slipped $5 into her pocket. Here, honey, she said. You were the best waitress in training I've ever had. Then Amelia Bedelia left and began the long walk home. So that's the end of that chapter. So I want you to tell me what happened in the comments, or you can go back to the Facebook page and click on today's chapter over on that page and put the comments there. And tell me what happened, some of the main details that happened, and if we had any new characters. I'll also post these questions over on Facebook as well. So just wanted to let you know. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.